This is like my fourth take. I hope this one works. Anyways, I've had a great week. Last week I was in Washington, D.C., hit the road, met some great people, and people that are like me. And I'm not saying that I'm a great person. All I'm saying is that I'm a person that's outspoken and that's passionate about what I speak out about. And I've met people that are passionate about what they're talking about. And I'm amazed. I had this person email me from the EU, and they were sharing with me things that they've been doing. And I really get a sense that the internet that has allowed me to connect with people from all across America and globally. And it's been this amazing tool to get people together. And we're able to share information and to brainstorm and to communicate to the world issues that matter to society. And what I am working on is important, and what you're working on is important. And my battle might be important to me and might be important to the American taxpayers, but your battle is important too. And I've talked to people that are fighting personal battles. When I was at the airport, I met people that are battling their health, and that's a battle for their life, and I admired them so much to see their sense of pride and sense of humor and just the way they're going about managing these amazing, difficult times. Now, this economy sucks. That's why I think Cocktails with Sharyn is needed. Well, yeah, I just feel like we need a platform to be able to communicate. And that's what this is. So please watch this, see what I've been doing, and you all have a great day. Oops, better go get another. Anyways, this was pre-recorded. So you have a great day. Bye. This is how the 47% travels. Get it? So, it's me again. So last week I was in Washington, D.C., and I was talking to people about my situation, but getting to D.C. was kind of the fun part. So as I flew to Tennessee, I got to talk to people about Wisconsin, of all places. Evidently, in Wisconsin, there are not a lot of happy campers right now. It had to do with that, football game. So I flew to D.C. on Tuesday, and sure enough, that's what everybody was talking about in the lounge. They were talking about the game. Yeah, the Packers game. And they were talking about the interception that pretty much, destroyed the world of anybody that lives near Lambeau Field. So anyways, these cheeseheads were telling me how they felt ripped off and how they felt really upset. And I could agree with them because I'm a whistleblower. And that interception just affected them. And they were telling me that they felt the way that Democrats probably felt in Florida during the 2000 election. I just thought it was an interesting analogy that I had heard from this man at the lounge at the airport. So anyways, from the Atlanta airport, I flew over to D.C., and everywhere you go, there's merchandise for Obama and Romney. So here's some of the Obama merchandise. And President Obama's not doing much these days. He's like blocking things, just doing president. He was on television with Michelle Obama, who actually, I've got to give her some kudos. She's talking about the school lunch program. And in my in-flight magazine, I saw a great article about school lunches in different countries. Here's France, and then the next one will be Brazil. And you'll see what a well balanced, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit that they offer in the school lunches in other countries. They also have the school lunches in Japan, but that wouldn't work for my child. But here we are back to Mitt Romney and all the merchandise and the kind of week he's had. And he had a really bad week. And he made this comment that was unbelievable, talking about his health care, about people don't forget, I'm the person that tried to get health care, that got great health care for my state. I mean, Mitt Romney is going back and forth between the moderates and the conservatives. He's not solidifying his base. And he really does hope to rebound from the bad month. But I'm scared because that 47% comment, that pretty much did him in. I mean, and that man, the closest he might get to the White House is by being a bobblehead at a gift shop near the White House. I mean, what he did now is hurting the Republican Party. And at one of those gift shops, look, I bought the Mitt Romney mask. Evidently, it's a big seller. So, and his campaign's going down like the Titanic. But what did they do in the Titanic? They danced. And they did it before they were going down. Oh, wait, this is what we need. We need a happy thought. Let's have a dance break, people. When I got back from D.C., my daughter taught me how to do a dance. And it was the Gangnam Dance from Korea. And it's this new fad that hundreds of millions of people are getting into. And what I thought I would do is let you listen to the Korean music and see some pictures. It's made its way to America.
오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 정숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자
So, anyways, back to Boston and the Romney campaign, and they are having a difficult time. As you'll see the polls, everyone is leaning towards President Obama in the swing states. So, even though he says he's going to win, the odds are it's not going to happen. And I know that Ann Romney's made comments about Mitt's mental well health, and I think that's great. I think that we need to worry about the health of America. I think the moderate voters need to know that as Mitt Romney's chances are narrowing, we've got to focus in on the Senate. We need some conservatives to balance what's been going on the last 4 years in Washington, D.C. Also, in talking about foreign policy, it matters to people. Now, I do not know what Mr. Netanyahu was doing in the New York Times. It looks like he's holding up an ornament from a Christmas tree. But what he's trying to do is make a point about Iran getting a nuclear bomb. It wouldn't be good to anybody. So I think we need a strong foreign policy in America so we all feel healthy. And when I was in Washington, D.C., I felt comforted knowing that people in think tanks are working on creating a global society geared towards peace, respect, free markets, and, of course, capitalism. Okay, now we're back quickly to the vagina voters. That's kind of a nice segue. Vagina voters are the females that want abortion rights. I represent one of them. I do not believe in hypocrisy, and I believe that Todd Akin is a hypocrite. I think that he takes money from people that have supported abortion, and I think it's wrong. I think if you're going to be legitimate rape, I think all your supporters should have a very strong view that legitimate rape is what they believe in too. Now all of a sudden, Rick Santorum looks like he wants to make a bid for the White House in 2016, and that man scares me. I mean, he's like the Todd Akin of presidential politics. So now we're at the energy. Here's the energy voters. And here I am, Sharyn Bovat, the Nissan whistleblower, and I've been fighting for so long, and I'm tired. And here I was called the worst dressed whistleblower on a blog. I don't think I'm dressed that bad. Okay, it was bad. The dress has got to go. But I found out that last week a lawsuit was filed against Nissan. It turns out that the Leaf owners have not gotten what they paid for. Well, and it's what I've been writing about for a long time. Nissan took money, $1.4 billion, to build a car with outdated technology. My friend Catherine told me about this. And now the guy in charge of the Leaf, he is now retiring. He's not that old. No, Mark Perry, you're not that old. You shouldn't have lied to America, sir. Anyways, Gannett, the Tennessean editor, Mark Silverman, he knew about it. He didn't do a damn thing. He just listened to me rant, and he became my friend. But we text each other back and forth, and it turns out the Nissan fraud is connected to Solyndra. Solyndra is the company that went bankrupt. And here's a text message between me and Mr. Silverman. You see, I told Mr. Silverman I thought my emails were going to be mentioned in the White House, the subpoenas that Daryl Ice's office had ordered, and he agreed. Solyndra read my blog 1,142 times. The Department of Energy fraud is real. Here's a copy of the lawsuit that was filed in L.A. Kind of cool. The Nissan Leaf is pure fraud. What's worse is that the collateral was a taxpayer-backed IDB bond. That money will now double, and it's still going unreported by the USA Today. And I know they know about the lawsuit that was filed in LA. The chargers that were built, they only work, a lot of them, on Japanese cars only, and they were taxpayer funded. Well, anyways, when I was in Tampa, I learned that the fraud was getting investigated. And I learned, and it's good news, during the Journey concert at the RNC. Here's a clip. Now people are telling me they don't like Romney or Obama, and they don't know who to vote for. Well, Gary Johnson, he's the alternative. I really don't like telling people just to vote for somebody, but they need to vote. They need to vote so they can get a Republican Senate. And I keep emphasizing that. If you can't vote for Romney, please vote for Gary Johnson, but vote. We need your vote. We need some conservatives to balance the liberal spending that's been going on. I've been fighting this for over 3 years. My name is Sharyn Bovat. I have traveled all over America. I do not want to see more taxpayer money recklessly spent. That's why I'm urging people. I'm urging people to think a little bit more fiscally conservative. I'm not saying stop funding the electric car. I'm saying fund the electric car in a smart way, a way that's going to protect America, a way that is going to ensure the taxpayers are being treated with respect. Our taxpayers' dollars should not be wasted, should not go to a foreign company that has committed fraud. Please join me in my next trip. Thank you. And as usual, my name is Sharyn Bovat. This is my way of talking about issues.